Hello everyone, my name is Sean. I am the Crypto Smith. Welcome back to the channel. I just wanted to do a quick video here on Terra Luna 2.0 or Terra Luna Classic, whichever one you prefer. Both not looking good. Here is Terra 2.0, right? Here's the new one after it crashed. They came back, got a Terra 2.0, tried to move some of the platforms and projects over to the new version of Terra. And it is not looking good. Obviously, it had a run and it is down, way down. Now, they just had a vote on this to use a fee to try and burn tokens to decrease supply and therefore help the price. But I don't know what's going to happen with it. It is a disaster. The whole thing is just a disaster. Terra Classic only exists at this point because of the community. So there's a community behind it that still believes in it, that still wants it to thrive, but there isn't much utility there any longer. Very few projects or platforms have stayed on the Terra Classic chain. So really it is seriously just a community token at this point. I don't think this token's going to really go anywhere. They're going to have to get other platforms or projects to come over onto the Terra Classic blockchain to produce any sort of utility to make this thing worthwhile. So in my opinion, Terra Classic, it may pump here and there. It may do a little bit and get a little bit of traction, but I think ultimately this coin goes to zero and everybody has to move on from that. Talking about Terra, Kwon seems to be in some trouble here. And I think anybody of reasonable intelligence can look at this entire situation and say something went wrong and went wrong badly. And it probably started with Kwon, the CEO or the founder of Terra Labs or Terraform Labs. So basically, he's already under investigation by the SEC, right? They're investigating Terraform Labs and Kwon, and they want to try to get to the bottom of what really happened and why their $40 billion was lost. But also, in conjunction with that, now we have Terraform Labs employees are telling the SEC that Kwon cashed out $80 million every month for months leading up to the crash, maybe because he knew it was going to crash, maybe because he crashed it himself, or that was the plan all along. So now they're investigating money laundering on top of everything else, saying basically that he pulled $2.7 billion out of Terra Luna UST before it crashed, which could be a very large problem for Kwon. I would like to have his bank account right now, but I would certainly not want to be him sitting in his seat. So if that isn't bad enough, and it's pretty bad, he's been accused of having shadow wallets or secret wallets where he's used to vote, right? So they go through these things where they vote on certain policy changes or changes to the contract or changes to the company itself. And if you hold Luna, you get to vote. Depends on how big your wallet is proportionate to how much your vote counts, basically. So he's been accused of having multiple wallets that he's used to vote basically for his own proposals and basically not allowing the community to really have a say in it. He is really pushing the vote himself. If he comes up with a proposal and he has some very large voting rights, he's just going to vote him in whatever his proposal is, right? Which is wrong. And Fat Man here on Twitter is basically getting into a little Twitter beef with them over that and trying to ask questions about these wallets and the voting rights and all that. And then he questions them on the $2.7 billion. And Kwon, of course, says, I wouldn't listen to that. That's not true. It never happened. It wasn't me. It wasn't there. I don't know your sister. Basically, that's what we're hearing. So I don't know what's really going to happen with Terra Luna. Unfortunately, I don't think any of it's good. With the bear market we're in now, and we're going to be in for some time, I just don't see this thing surviving. I don't know the community has the staying power to keep this thing afloat for that long. And then Terra 2.0 is just a disaster. Nobody knows what's going on. There's no real utility at this point, and I don't know if there ever will be again. They may have to scrap both of them and just move on to another project. As sad as that is, and the money that people lost, they're not going to get that money back. They're never going to get it back. So yeah, that's my update on Terra Luna and Terra Classic and Kwon and his misdeeds and all of the investigations that are happening around him. So if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe if you want to see more. It really does help grow my channel. And for that, I appreciate you. You guys have a great day.